Oh yeah, that's tempting. It's around here somewhere.
This is Dongba Market, and deep inside, somewhere in there, is what I want.
To my way of thinking, in the hierarchy of delicious, slurpy stuff in a bowl, Bun Bo Hue is at the very top.
Nguyen Quy Duc is an author and journalist who spent much of his childhood in Hue.
If I'm gonna die, if I'm gonna go in prison, they give me a last meal, this will be it.
This will be it.
This will be it.
Let's do it, man.
Here, Kim Chow creates an elaborate broth of mixed bones scented with lemongrass, spice, and fermented shrimp paste. At the bottom, rice noodles garnished, nay heaped, with tender, slow-cooked beef shank, crab meat dumplings, pig's foot, and huiet, blood cake. Garnished with lime wedge, cilantro, green onions, chili sauce, shredded banana blossoms, and mung bean sprouts, it's a wonder of flavor and texture. The greatest soup in the world.
Look at that, man. That is just unbelievable. Blood cake
Blood cake.
with the sauce. I want to see how much you put in there.
You gotta make it look really red in there. It has to be blood red.
And the broth is wonderful. People are put on earth for various purposes. I was put on earth to do this. Eat noodles right here.
When I was a kid, we used to tell each other, do not take a date to go out to eat this stuff, because you start sweating, your hair stick up.
Really? I would definitely bring a date for this, because if she doesn't like this, there's no hope of a relationship.
That's exactly.
You know, like if she said, oh, I don't know, there's like blood, there's icky stuff in there, that would be a relationship ender to me. I mean, I'm not kidding.
A cross-section of the whole world. Every immigrant group you could think of. Justin Fornal, a.k.a. Baron Ambrosia, has taken it upon himself to serve as the Bronx's culinary ambassador.
Let the dinner begin. This is the porcupine.
An evangelist for the cause of introducing the manifold, splendiferous delights of this mighty borough to the ignorant, well, like me. He's got a show on the TV, and he throws parties where he serves creatures that would make Andrew Zimmern turn gray and slump unconscious to the floor. Showman, iconoclast, explorer, and gourmet.
Bronx is so multifaceted, but for some reason, this is the first place I always take people, because this just oozes and emanates kind of that flavor of the Bronx.
And he knows what I like. Places like this. 188 Cuchifritos on 188th Street and the Grand Concourse. Old school, New York, Puerto Rican good stuff. Get within 20 feet of this place and prepare to lose your freaking mind.
The cuchifrito itself is basically fried pig. The ears and the tongue chopped up and deep fried.
So off-cut pig parts, deep fried. Well,
deep
what's
fried.
not to like about
Right.
that? So the shank there?
Yeah, the pernil, the shoulder, we're gonna get that in there.
Oh, yeah.
Big piece of chicharron, the skin just chopped up.
So skin,
fat.
skin and fat.
Yeah. It's almost like a little meat candy bar.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Some morcilla.
Morcilla for sure.
Always morcilla.
And then what else? We need some plátano.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, I missed you.
The Bronx to me became the place where I could really engage my bacchanalian sensibility. You know,
Right.
you could really just come here, eat, drink, wine, woman, song, and just indulge.
This is pretty much the center of the pork universe as I've ever seen it in New York. I don't know any place porkier than what I'm looking at.
This is exactly the kind of thing I thought we'd lost in New York, that one after the other faded away in the neighborhoods I lived in. And all along, it was there, right underfoot, a gusher of porky goodness.
I mean, there's a great line, which is, they say in France, Switzerland, c'est le Bronx, which is, you know, what do you think, this is the Bronx? And, you know, this idea of, if, you know, the music's really loud or someone's making a mess. To me, I take that as a point of pride. To be the Bronx is where the music is loud. The Bronx is where the men are tough, the women are sexy, the food is spicy. If those things weren't true, you wouldn't know what the Bronx was.
So its bad reputation is what protects it.
About the Bronx, chances are Lloyd Ultan has the answer. Born and raised here, he's never really left for over 7 decades. This is a disappearing aspect of New York for sure. The real thing Jewish deli. Liebman's is one of the last. There used to be dozens of places where you could get your brisket, chopped liver, a good pastrami, some pickles, with a black cherry soda or a celery, of course, to drink.
The World Series is going on. Howard Cosell is on the air. Suddenly you see a tongue of flame licking up into the sky. And he says, "This is the kind of thing that Jimmy Carter saw. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bronx is burning." The old image of the Bronx as middle class, upwardly mobile, healthy area had survived up until 1977. This shattered it.
Right.
The Bronx was burning, went the story, and that stuck. Politicians making the South Bronx a poster child for what was hopelessly wrong, would always be wrong, would never, we were told, get any better.
So we now have what you call a slumlord, essentially.
Yes, right.
Who's snapping up large numbers of buildings.
Yeah, first of all, he takes out a huge fire insurance policy. So as he goes to these junkies, and he says, "Listen, you see that empty apartment on the top floor? I'm gonna turn my back. You take all of the lead pipes that are in there, but I have one request, please. Before you leave, turn on the water." And the water comes down, driving everybody else out. They then hire an arsonist and sets fire to the building. They collect all the money and they leave.
I remember it well. I remember those years. Things were bad. Are things borough-wide? Are things getting better?
Is the Bronx better? Absolutely. There is more home ownership in the South Bronx than had ever existed in history. That doesn't mean that we have reached utopia. We have not. How long it will take? I'm a historian. I look in the other direction. I would say my crystal ball is cracked.
I got 4 cheeseburgers for the Bronx.
Is it the best hamburger in the world? Far from it, my friends. Is it even, strictly speaking, a burger? I mean, it's small and square and steamed. It can be, especially when you eat a lot of them, as one tends to, a hate-yourself-in-the-morning experience. Much of Vietnamese cooking abides by principles of yin and yang, heat and cold. This one, a lobster dish with 5 spices, balances the coldness of the lobster with the heat of the spices. Red onion, ginger, lemongrass, and chilies are added to the boiling water to cook the lobster. Once the lobster's cooked, it's presented in a bowl of lime leaves, and the stock is poured over it.
Whoa. That's beautiful. We're getting into this with our hands, I'm guessing. I like this. It's beautiful.
The winter here is unbelievable. It's very cold and wet. That's why we have chili to keep us warm.
Boitron spoils all of us with a succession of dishes. But the past, as it often does in a place like this, intrudes.
Hue, it's dealt with a lot of suffering, and the people in Hue are very withdrawn in some ways.
Smiling, but of course, they remember everything. They have to remember the war in 1968.
Oh yeah. Well, how's business?
It's getting better. The drug problem has started to really get rampant. It took over May 1st, 2012, and by the end of that year, I was broken into 4 times. It wasn't just me that was broken into, it was multiple businesses time after time. I came in one morning to open up, and I actually had a guy in front of the register, and he got up and pulled a knife out. I realized it really wasn't worth anything over a knife, so.
I think what you're doing here is terrific. I mean, you know, our man can go and get a good hot open turkey sandwich and a good slice of pie. It's a beautiful thing.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Papa's gonna buy you a mockingbird.
My name is Heather Taylor.
And if that mockingbird won't sing,
I'm a mother of 3.
he's gonna buy you a diamond.
The 2 older kids experienced my addiction. My addiction started with pills. I started sniffing heroin. I shot up for the first time, and shortly thereafter, I found out I was pregnant. I had my daughter. She was in the hospital for 6 weeks because she was addicted to the methadone, and I had to watch my baby go through withdrawal. My son was 4, and my daughter was 6 weeks when they were taken away. I lost my kids for 33 days shy of 2 years. I became serious about my recovery.
So is this the bad part of town, or is this just a place where you're unlikely to be people to find you?
Just a place where people are unlikely to find you. I wouldn't necessarily say there was a bad part of Greenfield. I mean, it's probably pretty spread out bad, I guess you'd say.
So what would you do? Would you come here to shoot up?
Yep. You know, we'd go down here and just hang out down there. I bet if we walked along here, we'd probably find needles and bags and, you know.
So basically you'd come down here, shoot up, and then where you gonna nod out? Just sit down and...
Just sit down and hang out, or if it's a day like this, probably just hang out under the underpass over there.
Not exactly La Vida Loca.
No, as you can see, all the trash and yuck. It's dirty and gross, and there's probably people who live down here.
Addiction specialists and addicts themselves are coming together to find a community-based solution to what is finally being recognized as a public health crisis rather than simply a criminal justice problem.
It's a great opportunity to come here tonight to break bread and look at the successes that we have had so far. I think what makes me more proud than anything else about living in Franklin County is that we will not sit back and wait for anybody else to solve this problem for us. We're going to be a model for the Commonwealth and for the nation on how we save our young people and how we save our community.
You know, again, it's a change. The cities were the place where all of the bad stuff was supposed to happen. It wasn't supposed to be nice towns like Greenfield, right?
It isn't the image that people used to have 20 years ago, that it's a junkie in an alley somewhere using a needle. It's not. It's your kids, it's your neighbors.
The worst, I think, is when you have these young people who break a leg and they go to the doctor and they get a prescription for Oxy and become addicted to it. These are any kid who plays a high school sport. It's a horrible circumstance when that happens.
It's only started in the past couple of years. Yeah, the heroin was around, pills were around, but we didn't have people dying.
Once you've been busted for heroin,
City Island is a fishing village turned what? A parking lot for pleasure boats and a long-established restaurant row for New Yorkers.
Picked the perfect day to come out here.
Jesus says this place, and Jesus is always right.
How far from your neighborhood? By car?
By car, maybe 15, 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
It seems like a world away.
Yeah, but it's kooky. I want to buy some nautical bric-a-brac while I'm here. This is New York City?
This is Cape Cod in the Bronx. Many of my childhood memories, like getting all excited to come out and we get there and they're like, oh, the beach is closed because of medical waste. It's not a day that you go in the water and come out with like a maxi pad stuck to you.
I've been there. So you were here like when, like yesterday?
I was literally here yesterday.
Wow.
For my sister's graduation, because every time you have an event of note in the Bronx, you have to come celebrate in City Island.
I noticed all the big catering halls.
Yeah. If you get married, you get arraigned.
Deep inside, somewhere in there, is what I want.
To my way of thinking, in the hierarchy of delicious, slurpy stuff in a bowl, Bun Bo Hue is at the very top.
Nguyen Quy Duc is an author and journalist who spent much of his childhood in Hue.
If I'm gonna die, if I'm gonna go to prison, they give me the last meal, this will be it. This will be it.
Let's do it, man.
Here, Kim Chow creates an elaborate broth of mixed bones scented with lemongrass, spice, and fermented shrimp paste. At the bottom, rice noodles garnished, nay heaped, with tender, slow-cooked beef shank, crab meat dumplings, pig's foot, and huiet, blood cake. Garnished with lime wedge, cilantro, green onions, chili sauce, shredded banana blossoms, and mung bean sprouts, it's a wonder of flavor and texture. The greatest soup in the world.
Look at that, man. That is just unbelievable. Blood cake?
Blood cake.
With the sauce. Wow. I want to see how much you put in there.
You gotta make it look really red in there. It has to be blood red.
And the broth is wonderful. People are put on earth for various purposes. I was put on earth to do this. Eat noodles right here.
When I was a kid, we used to tell each other, do not take a date to go out to eat this stuff because you start sweating, your hair stick up.
Really? I would definitely bring a date for this because if she doesn't like this, there's no hope of a relationship.
That's exactly.
You know, like if she said, oh, I don't know, there's like blood, there's icky stuff in there, that would be a relationship ender to me. I mean, I'm not kidding.
Yes, I design and my people work.
She also cooks magnificently from a repertoire of Imperial Hue-era dishes numbering over 100. Back in dynastic times, the emperors demanded variety, in wives, of whom they would sometimes have over 100, and in food. The menus of the 19th century imperial palaces boasted new dishes every night, small, flavorful, and beautifully presented. And that culinary tradition, which gave Hue its reputation as a food capital, continues today.
How much of that persists, those imperial roots, that need for variety?
Dạ con, dạ mãi, dạ con.
And bahillas, a fried lentil fritter, Indian, spiced with cumin, turmeric, and coriander.
Grab a cup of coffee?
Yeah, let's do it.
If you live here, if you're from here, chances are you start your day with some bitter, spiced coffee, talk about the issues of the day. Politics, for one. Maybe a pastry.
You like yours?
Oh, that's good. So, you're born and bred here?
In Zanzibar.
How long has your family been here? How far back you guys go?
I'm half Indian.
This is Bianca. She used to take care of my my grandmother many years ago.
I'm looking forward to lunch.
Bimwaka was a close family friend to Abid and his grandparents, and she's putting together quite a spread. Coconut rice, freshly caught fish called tassi simmered in broth of garlic and lime, topped with mchuzi, a fresh salad of chopped tomato, eggplant, cucumber, and potato. Another fish, kabua or mackerel, marinated in lime juice and garlic, then pan-fried.
Now this is good.
Whoa, that's looking good. So, coconut rice.
Yeah.
Chapati bread.
Yep, that's it.
From the other side.
Yeah.
Other side of the water there.
That's it. This is cassava.
Cassava. Wait.
3 different types of
and
fish.
fried bread. Wow, what a spread here.
And you can use your hands.
Good. Fish I can do by hand.
Sure.
Hey, not bad.
Oh, it's good. People, they eat this one fresh.
That's a kidney.
Yeah. You like a piece?
Yeah, just a little piece.
Deed done. It's time for a little kidney. Enjoy the spoils, then party.
Sweet. Actually, that's good. I like them better like this than cooked.
Well, smelling good. Osinoni.
Osinoni, yeah, that's true. They're smelling good. I'm not too much of a meat eater, but this, I kind of like the goat.
Even on the Serengeti, it ain't a barbecue if there ain't.
Wow, I designed this place in 5 minutes. I look at this place for like 6 months. Daytime, nighttime, and finally one morning I said, I'm gonna make a wine cellar out of this.
Looks so good.
Thank you.
Hey, guys. Well, this is nice.
Hi.
Tim has invited me to dinner alongside a few people that have taken full advantage of the booming economy in China. There's Eva Wang, an architect and designer. Daniel Zheng, a real estate developer. And Coco Shu, a party planner.
So you eat like this all the time? Nice wine cellar?
Twice a night. Today we're surrounded by Southern French wine and Northern Italian wines. And if you like it, you can eat in different districts of wine country every night.
Isn't this supposed to be communist China? I mean, it seems like
Can I
a
ask one
very...
question? Are they any one of the Communist Party comrades, party member?
No, I'm kidding. I'm a bit of a red diaper baby, but no, what I mean to say is, it just seems that the realm of the possible here is very big.
Absolutely, it's a big stage. I mean, in New York City or in other places in the world, you can see that you might build a massive project, but that's probably the only one in the whole city. But in Shanghai, there's 10 massive projects going on, and there's 10 more coming up in the next couple of years. You know,
it's a big world, big city, but small village at the end. And I think food is the best weapons on earth to make peace.